The one thing I really took away from it, this result in Gorton and Denton in Manchester, is the wonderful acceptance speech by the successful candidate, who is a plumber. And I don't know whether you know this, she's also currently training, or she was, because it's all a bit of a change of direction now career-wise. She was training to be a plasterer as well, a plumber and a plasterer. And she apologised to clients who have booked her to do plumbing work in the coming days on account of the fact that she's going to be a little bit too busy doing her new job. And it just struck me, because what did Reform put up? A bloke who was an academic and then wasn't, and works for GBBs and then didn't, does he? I don't even know. But he just whines. He never stops whining, this Goodwin bloke. He whines and whines and whines and whines. Everything is somebody else's fault. The reason why he wasn't a great academic was somebody else's fault. The reason why he lost last night was somebody else's fault. The reason why he's ended up working for a TV broadcaster that is beyond parody is somebody else's fault. He used to write quite well-regarded academic tomes and treatises about why the rise of the far right was so hideous and so dangerous, and then he decided to join them, but that was probably somebody else's fault as well. And they like to pretend, don't they, these clowns, that they represent real working people, when, to be fair, they just represent real racists. But there are rather more of them than perhaps some people realised. And what this woman did, this Green Party the successful Green Party candidate, Hannah Spencer, was just play that card so perfectly and so authentically. Oh, crikey, if I'm supposed to be coming around to unblock your pipes next week, I'm not going to be able to. I've just become an MP. That's working. That's the real sort of face, if you like, of working people in this country. Middle-class cliches like me have a tendency sometimes to fetishise manual labour and to talk about it as if, you know, the horny-handed sons and daughters of the soil are the true backbone of Britain. But I think there's some truth in it. Have a listen. Have a listen to what she had to say.
I didn't grow up wanting to be a politician. I'm a plumber. And 2 weeks ago, during all this, I also qualified as a plasterer. Because even in chaos, even under pressure, I get things done. Now, to my customers, I'm sorry, but I think I might have to cancel the work that you had booked in, because I'm heading to Parliament. And when I get there, I will make space for everyone doing jobs like mine. We will finally get a seat at the table.
Typical plumber, eh? They just tell you to get lost when a bigger job comes along. We've all been there. Politicians who look like traditional politicians, for a generation now, certainly since 2010, have either been objectively awful, in the case of Cameron and Osborne, I mean hideously ridiculous in the case of a Liz Truss and a Boris Johnson, or just not particularly competent in the case of a Rishi Sunak or a Kier Starmer. So I feel my grip upon the idea of you can't put people in charge who don't sound and look like traditional politicians. Everything will go mad if we do that. My grip on that conviction is beginning to loosen a bit. It was already, but I think this morning it's loosening still further, because all of the people queuing up to tell me why this is different, why there is something going on in the green corner of UK politics, I think, well, they've first of all got a by-election result on their side, a big one, make no mistake. They won by a lot more than anybody predicted. And the idea that we just dismiss it, the grown-ups, the sensibles, just dismiss it as a flash of euphoric optimism, or it's idealistic naivety, naive idealism. I don't know, to be honest with you.
This is an existential crisis for the Labour Party. No longer can they try and scare people into saying they have to vote for something because they're worried about the least worst option. A vote for the Greens is a vote both to stop reform, to stop Labour, and for something hopeful and a plan.
I couldn't be more proud to represent Gorton and Denton, and by that I mean the whole of Gorton and Denton. I'm so proud that we fought a really positive campaign against the Reform Party that dances to the tune of their billionaire donors who don't want to pay their fair share of tax, and against the Labour Party who also stooped so incredibly low. We want an alternative to the stale, broken, old two-party politics, and that is the Green Party. I don't want to dwell on it for too long, but I have been appalled at some of the divisive, dog-whistling campaigning from other parties. I know in my heart, and everyone knows here, everybody here belongs. Everybody deserves to have their needs met. Everyone deserves a voice in our democracy. And today, the people here in this constituency have sent a very clear message. We've rejected hate and embraced the politics of hope. Not blind hope, hope that is rooted in an ambitious but very achievable plan to transform our country for the better. This is just the beginning. The Green Party is on track to make big gains in the May elections, in the Senate and in councils all over the country, and our momentum will continue building. You've seen a green surge. Well, now wait, because a green tidal wave is coming at the next general election. And as our wonderful leader, Zack Polanski, is very fond of saying, we are not here to be disappointed by Labour. We are here to replace them. And I was here to replace Labour in Gorton and Denton, and that's job done. Tomorrow, the real work begins. Thank you so, so much.
Wow. I can tell you, if you're in any doubt at all, that almost everything she said there will resonate with huge swathes of our general population who are almost entirely unrepresented currently by the UK media. The comments in particular about billionaires, of course, are never going to be reported in media that is largely owned by billionaires, dedicated to the protection of their own wealth and privilege. And the comments about Gaza are also going to resonate way, way more than you would ever understand from reading most coverage of the Middle East in most UK newspapers. Just on those two central points, there is an appeal being made to people who are currently politically either disillusioned or, to use that dread phrase, homeless. Did you know that Farage's treasurer is a billionaire property developer? The man of the people has put a bloke in charge of fundraising who speaks fluent billionaire. And there you have a woman who's going to have to let down some of her plumbing clients because she's going to be a little busy taking up her new role in Westminster. But we can all get high on hopium, can't we? We can all get high on optimism, and goodness knows there's not been an awful lot to be optimistic about at the moment, but that was a lovely speech. That was a powerful speech. Zack Polanski, who I told you on Wednesday I'm a little bit embarrassed not to have a very clear picture of. He spoke there fluently. He spoke without notes. He spoke powerfully. He spoke confidently. Crucially, he came across as neither weird nor smarmy. These are big things. These things matter. Come across as weird, it doesn't matter how strong the message is, it will hold you back. Come across as smarmy, it doesn't matter how strong the message is, it will hold you back. I'll give you an example. Farage and his mates are just whining gracelessly. A big boy did it and ran away. We did win, but it goes to a different school. Matt Goodwin is about to announce that he's become a shadow MP and he's having a victory party in Manchester as we speak. But voters react to that. They react to the human behaviour of people, and the absence of smarminess, the absence of weirdness, the absence of any of those things is big. So you heard Zack Polanski say that this is seismic and that something absolutely massive is underway. You are allowed to disagree. This isn't a victory party. This is a phone-in show that seeks to reflect as many different perspectives as possible. But the question has become pretty obvious in the last 5 minutes, hasn't it? Is he right? Is Hannah Spencer right? Is Zack Polanski right? Is something very important currently underway in the green corner of UK politics?